My name is Scott. I am the owner of the Superhuman Formula, and I recently started using FitBudd, and so far I'm going to rate it, I could rate it a 5, but objectively probably a 4 is safe. I'm going to give it a 5. So recently, as in the last 6 months to a year, I've been developing online courses and trying to figure out how do I reach people around the world. And FitBudd is the first app. I've seen a number of them I can't even remember. I'd have to think about as far as names and the ones that I've tried, but it has been at least a few. And they've either been expensive or difficult, and just the learning curve is crazy. And so FitBudd is the first one that everything's seamless, user-friendly, easy to figure out, quick, and it just worked. And it was too good to pass up. I'm like, okay, I would be kind of stupid not to just do this and see. And so far, so good. Thinking about it, assessing FitBudd and what it's going to do for me, what it's doing for me. Again, FitBudd is the first one that I've really dove into head first and fully and paid for. And the reason for that is that from the very beginning, the initial interaction, I think I saw an ad on whichever social media. It's like, okay, this looks interesting. Let me check it out. Let me download it. Again, it was seamless. It just worked. It was interesting enough to make the initial contact and phone call. We spoke. Everything sounded good. Again, I dug into it more and had a little bit of explanation, a little bit of a tour of the product. And I'm tech savvy, but everything has a learning curve. It wasn't overwhelming at all. It was fairly easy. It was robust, as in there are a lot of tools there that you can customize. So for me, I teach fitness and nutrition and whatever a little more in depth, a little more detailed, teaching people how to fish instead of giving them a fish. And FitBudd has the capability for me to do what I want to do, to customize it so that I'm teaching my program from FitBudd, and in fact, doing the white label version. It's my own app. Others will have something similar, obviously, but I'm able to customize it and make it completely my own. So my process getting started with FitBudd, it's kind of what I've already mentioned, but onto that. As far as it has been fairly simple. It has been a process, though, officially dealing with the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, the official parts of it. But again, it was, not to sound like a broken record, but it was pretty seamless. The interaction with the FitBudd people has been good. I will say a little bit of inconvenience due to the time difference, but hey, we are global now, and you're going to be global with FitBudd, and they've done a good job coordinating, even though there's huge time difference and day difference or whatever. So again, it's been a little bit to get used to maybe understand at the beginning, but they did that, and I was aware of that, and it's like, okay, let's make sure that we can communicate, and they've been really good about scheduling things. It's like, yeah, anytime you want to talk. They might not be available at the moment, at any given second, but they shoot you an email, and it's like, okay, yep, let's schedule a talk tonight or tomorrow or whatever. And then there's been online chat also, and that's been good enough. And so getting started with FitBudd, the official part of it, again, with the app stores and print, and then since getting it installed, opening up the editor, designing my website, really, really nice and easy there's a tool on the phone, there's a tool on your computer, and or an admin area to be able, again, to design all of those things, and then customization of the app itself. It just is well done and easy to customize, to say, okay, what experience do I want my clients to have when they open this up? And I'm excited about it. Again, I haven't even officially launched it yet, but I've had somebody already download it from the UK. And so I'm excited about being able to offer it as an initial, point of contact, basically. It's like, hey, somebody inquires, hey, you know what, download my app, go through the onboarding process. That's the part I was talking about, that I've been able to think about what experience do I want them to have. I want them to answer these 5 or 8 questions or whatever, and take a few photos, and now they're starting to invest themselves into this. And I think that's what we all it works for all of us. But that's the part that's been really useful, exciting, and easy to implement. All right, so if you were to ask me, anybody really with a coaching business, this is, again, almost, it was for me, an offer that was too good to turn down. It's like, okay, everything's just right. And doing it was quick enough, easy enough, inexpensive enough to say, you know what, even if this isn't my final solution, or rather, in this case, I don't know that I'll find anything or care if there's another app out there, because this looks like it's going to do everything that I need it to do. But if you have a business where you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to use an app or an online course platform or what, it's like an app is going to be really, really convenient and useful. And so I say, just do it and watch what happens. It's going to be good.